Today I grabbed a pack of 10 canvases at Walmart. These are a really good deal. They're only like, for 10 canvases, it's like, I think $11.97 or something like that. So I grabbed the 8x10s because they're a really good size to use. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Denny. Shabalicious Decor and Designs by Denny. Welcome in, my friend. Hey, Crystal and Kathy. I'm sorry, guys, if I missed some of you. Okay, so what I'm doing, I already took this one apart, but I'll show you what you got to do. You got to take a canvas. So if you want an idea for like a craft show or something like that, and you don't have a way of making your own frames for your signs, this is an easy thing that you can do, a little trick, and it's really simple. Anybody could do this. You guys, I'm just, this week, I can't even tell you. I ended up getting sick earlier in the week, and I took myself to the doctor on Wednesday, and it's just been a crazy week with the weather and being under the weather, you know. So, okay, so the back of your canvas, of course, looks like this, and you need to get all these staples out. I've already done it on this one. I have like 4 signs that I wanted to do. I don't know if I can get to all of them, but I'm going to go ahead and disassemble a couple more of these canvases. So you just have to go around, find you a sharp something or other. I have this little awl thing. I think it's called an awl. You can also use just a screwdriver and just pop it right underneath. Just pop your little staples up. You have to get all these little staples out. So I'm going to go around and do that. You don't think you've ever seen this done before? It's really easy, and it's really cool too. And since you can get so many in a package, you could make cheap, really cheap, cute signs, you know, to sell at craft shows. And they look really cute. So, but very inexpensive. So that means you could sell them inexpensive and sell a lot of them probably. This one's really, or this staple is really in there. It doesn't matter if you mess up this side of the frame because it's going to be hidden anyways. Are my comments moving? I don't think so. Okay. But I am feeling better, somewhat. I didn't sleep very good for like 2 days in a row. And when I say that, I mean, we got up at like, me and my husband both were up at 2 in the morning, making food, sitting in the living room, watching TV. And that's something we don't normally do. But I could not sleep. So you want to pull all of these out. But thankfully, my sinuses are starting to like clear up and stuff. And then Friday, all the weather, you know. Hey, Grace. Let me catch up here for a second, guys. Hey, Leah, make all the things with me. Welcome in. Oh, you know what, you guys? Hang on one second. Let me see if I can fix my mic here. Let's see if that works. I want to reduce the background noise because I forgot to turn off our furnace down here. So if there's too much background noise, let me know and I will go, I'll go turn that off because I don't want it to be really loud in the background. Hey, Maria. Oh, my Leah, thank you for the stars. You're so sweet. Yeah, I'm starting to feel better. I'm not back to 100% yet, but I'm better. Hey, Tamara with Simply Home. So you want to pull all these out. Thanks, Leah. I made this shirt. It's a good reminder. Walmart has a 3-pack of quality canvases at a reasonable price. These are actually really good canvases. I like them. So when you take the canvas off, the other side is like beveled. So you have this nice little frame inside there that's, I mean, it's cute. It will work. It will work if you can't make your own frames for your signs. This is a trick that you can do. So you just pull this off. This is what you're going to be stenciling on. I need one more though. I got 3 done already. I need one more because I have 4 that I was going to try to get done. So, oh boy, right? Oops. you're a weekend with horrible crud that's going around, you know what? The coughing was messing me up big time. It's just been bad this week. I am feeling somewhat better. This morning was kind of bad, but yeah, you know, I took antibiotics and stuff, but okay, let me tell you about what went on with our weather here, because let me just tell you, it was crazy. Oh no, Janice. Well, I hope you get it over it really, really quick, friend. You got your stencil order, Tina. I'm so glad. Oh, you're welcome. So Friday, we had super high winds, and that's when all the tornadoes and stuff came through. Friday night. And during the day, well, sometime, it was probably like evening or like late afternoon, about a few miles from us, someone decided, well, I don't think that they did it purposely, but the man had been burning stumps, and so his fire sparked back up, and there was literally it was like a forest fire, and it was burning fields, and they had all kinds of, everybody in the neighborhoods were out trying to fight this fire. I mean, the wind was so high that day too, and that was just a few miles from us. So in the evening, we had left the house to go, you know, we wanted to go check on it, like look at this fire, see what was going on. And so we made like a little loop around the highway, and there's like, you go out one way from our dirt road, and you can go to town and make a loop and come back and come in a different way. And we were kind of just gonna see if there was, you know, any other like fires or anything. It had been so windy. And we got to our little town that's like 3 miles from us. It's just a very, very small community, like 200 people. Hey, Tiffany. And the sirens were going off. The tornado sirens were going off. And so then I was like, we've got to get back home fast. So we had about 3 miles to go from there. And if you don't know like what our dirt road is like, but anytime there's high winds and rain, trees fall over the road. And so we were worried that a tree might already be down. The winds were that high. And so, but luckily we were able to get back home. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And that's when we started hearing about all the tornadoes that were coming through. And our town, that's like it's like a little city. It's a college town, Rolla. It got hit pretty good. At first we thought it was just the businesses. So there was like a whole strip mall that was torn up. It's where we had our children had like their there was like an oral surgeon where their wisdom teeth and stuff were taken out, and that whole clinic is destroyed. Then they had like a books and toys store that was destroyed. There was a Planet Fitness that was destroyed, and just down power lines everywhere. It's so crazy. And usually it hops over us and stuff. I haven't heard of anybody dying. I don't know of anybody dying in this one, thankfully. But there are a lot of homes that lost their roofs, and businesses, people's businesses, storage units. There were storage units that were just like people's stuff just blown completely away, all their stuff. And but homes with the roofs ripped right off. So yeah, that was Friday night. So that was pretty terrible. So yeah, we've had quite the week. All right, I've got all these staples out now, I think. So once you get your staples out, though, if you're talking, it goes fast for the person talking. But you just pull it off, and then you have a nice little frame underneath. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stain these frames. Pull this one out. Get rid of these staples. Put them someplace out of my way. Okay. I'll grab my gloves. I'm going to just stain these with Early American stain. Get a drink real quick. It is very sad. It is very sad. I'm just going to use the Minwax Early American. I was glad to be home and out of that weather for sure. I tell you, the fire scare was, yeah, you know, that's scary when a fire gets away. And our neighbors had called, and they had burned like a brush fire or something out in their yard like a week ago, and it sparked up. The winds were so high that a fire with little embers from like a week ago sparked up, and so that's what we had went to check on them and stuff, and then we heard about the bigger fire, and it was just crazy. But luckily all of that was taken care of and under control and everything. So we're going to stain our frames. They really do make nice frames. And like I said, the little holes in the back from the staples, all that will be covered up. So, oops. Hey Maria, you're back. Hey Roxy, welcome. I saw you went to a fun crafting retreat. I was looking at the pictures and I was like, oh, there's Roxy. I recognize Roxy. I bet that was fun. Yes, when it's windy, oh man, it really is. You're right. Okay, so I'm going to just stain these and set them to the side so I can use them in a little while. But they make like just nice little frames, and it works out, especially if you can't, don't have the extra tools to build frames. Also, if you need some good frames for, you know, your crafts, even, these are good frames to paint because they're raw wood. They work out. Hi, Cindy. Hey, Karen. I attempted the birdhouse on the candlestick craft today. Oh, you're welcome. That one was a fun one. I was debating about putting the cinnamon on the actual house, and I just did that to tie it in. But then I got comments reminding me that wood does not rust. So it's like, did I say that wood rust? Let's see. I missed it. Good evening, Lemon Drop Home Decor. Welcome. It's your first time watching. Welcome, Norma. I appreciate you being here, my friend. It was fun, Roxy. Got to make some great crafts and friendships. That sounds so nice. Do you guys hear the background noise, or is it okay? Because I can definitely go shut that off. Hey, Penny. You had a little bit of snow this morning. My sister did too. That was strange. She had snow on her front porch, and her back porch was like springtime. It was really weird. We didn't have snow that I noticed this morning. Okay, so there's my second one. I'm just going to stick that over here. I'm going to do all these the same color. You can do these different colors. You could even paint them black, or, you know, use darker stain. I've used ebony stain, which is like a really dark stain. I've used dark walnut. This early American stain is just a really good color. Just a nice color for signs. The winds were blowing here 60 miles an hour. I need to move my mouse down so I can see. You need to pull the frames out of old canvases you were going to throw away. Yeah, try it. Now, you can't use the Dollar Tree ones because I've opened those up before, and they are not, those canvases are not good quality like this. They don't have the beveled edge. They're just really not as good. So those little canvases are cute to paint little pictures on and stuff like that, but I wouldn't use those for the reverse canvases. But I bet, you know, even like canvases from thrift stores, you could probably find canvases and get the nice frames out. Some of my other crafts, I had canvas frames, like my turkey one from last fall. That one was done with a large canvas frame. So you can use them and put, like, I like to put the beadboard behind it and stuff. Let me see. Thank you, Handmade Status. Appreciate that. A couple of large uncontained fires in South Texas. It's terrible, isn't it? Terrible. Thank you guys for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Okay, one more to go, and then we'll start with the sign. But yeah, I'm glad that storm has passed us. I don't know what is up with our weather lately. But thankfully, I didn't see where anybody was killed in the tornado, so that's good. But I don't know about other places. There was other places in Missouri. I think even Arkansas got hit. So, I mean, there could be other people somewhere. But in our area, I haven't heard of anything. Three inches of snow this morning. I don't want any more snow. I don't think that, I'm hoping we don't have any. Or we aren't getting any, hopefully. Okay, I think I got these. So they just stain up really nice. And you don't have to worry about the back because we're going to cover them. If you want to do like the edges like this, you could. But the back is going to be covered for the most part. All right, let me stick this to the side. So I got my 4 frames over there. Get these gloves off. The weather is crazy. Oops. If I knock that over, that would be horrible. Hey, Steve and Kayla McLeod. First time watching? Thank you. Thanks for being here. That would be horrible if I knock that over. I better put the lid on. Just give me 1 second here. I'm gonna put it on the floor. Put the lid on that. All right. Whew. 37 people. Oh my goodness. That's horrible. Okay. Terrible. Just terrible. Hey, Grace. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Sandy, my friend. I was just looking at your custom order a little while ago, so I should have that too and sometime in the morning. Okay, so what I've done though is I already painted this one black. So we'll do one, well, I might do 2, the black background. Let me see. Gotta refresh my memory on the stencils I made. I think I'll do 2 with a black background and 2 with a lighter background. Okay, we'll do that. So I'm going to grab a drink first of all. Oh, I'm so glad you like them, Grace. I hope you have fun. No Morty tonight. I thought about bringing her down here, but I didn't. Okay. I was going to. I'll go ahead and paint the other one black. So you just paint your surface here. This is all that I do. Now you could probably use the stuff to prepare your canvas if you wanted to. I don't think it's necessary for these little signs though. Because you're not, I mean, stenciling a sign is like just a small masterpiece. It's not an actual painting, so it's too easy. Too easy. I did, Karen. I did make my shirt, yes. I'm glad you like it. So you just paint your background, and it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to get trimmed off anyways. Need a little bit more paint. How's Randy? He's as mean as ever. He is mean. He is mean. But I love him. I love him. Randy's our little silky rooster. And he's a character. He's actually, we have a broody silky, and it's usually it's the silky that walks around with him everywhere. And so we put her, she's sitting on 10 eggs. So we put her in a little coop by herself, and we put Randy in the run. Well, he goes in the coop with her at night, but we put him in there. And so he's keeping her company, but he's not happy about it. He wants out. He wants out. He wants his freedom. So just paint your background. I'm still trying to use this old black paint that I had, so I had a few clumps. Hopefully it'll be all right. right, so I got this one. I'm going to set it over to the side. Set that one over there. And I'm going to use this cashew shade, I think. Hey, Dawn, let me scroll back up real quick. I missed your comment. From South Carolina, first time catching you live. Just recently found you. Well, welcome. I appreciate you being here. I'm so happy. I love meeting new friends. You guys are always welcome on my lives. Okay, so Waverly Cashew. I'm going to do a couple with that. Gosh, it is hot in here. I'm glad I didn't put my sweater on. You're getting some chickens. I love our chickens. I'm sure you guys will like that. So instead of a white background, I'm just going to use this cashew shade for a couple. You can do these any way that you want to do them, though. I mean, you could paint whatever on the background. You could paint flowers on your background and then put you a stencil on it, too. I need to do that sometime. I think that would be cute. I did, oh, it's not back here. I don't know where it's at right now. I did one that was kind of like beachy, and it had a blue background. And it was like, I think it says, I'd rather be at the beach. So you can, you know, make the signs however you want to make them. You got to have your background painted. Even if you're doing white, I would still paint the canvas. I would still paint it white. You saw footage of chickens trying to survive a tornado. Oh. There were 30 fatalities in Alabama. I know that storm is like going all over. Is that what you're saying? I could be wrong about what you're saying. Hey, Renee, welcome. Okay, so I'm just a coat of paint. I want it to be smooth though, because I'm going to stencil on it. So, all right, so I'm going to set this one to the side and I'm going to do another one. Maybe I'll do, okay, maybe I'll do this one. Let me see if my plaster paint would be better. Yeah, I'll use plaster on this one. Okay, so let me get a different paintbrush here. We'll use plaster on this one. This one will be a little bit lighter. You're excited that I'm working with canvas? We're doing a reverse canvas this evening. Well, several of them actually. It's an easy way to make signs that are like framed. I did this probably like last year sometime. I don't know, maybe it might have been more like 2023. So I haven't done them in a while. And I have been really under the weather this week. And so I thought I'm going to do something easy. It's easy for me anyways, instead of coming up with like a craft. I love doing the crafty craft stuff, you know. But I thought instead of doing that, I'm just going to stencil tonight. Just going to make signs. And I'm sorry that I canceled on my early morning the other day. I couldn't go. I was a mess this past week. Okay, that's good. So you can't see it very well, but this one does have the plaster shade on it. You can see it just slightly. Some areas had over 120 miles, 25 miles. That is so crazy. Crystal, you've never worked with canvas? It's easy and it's fun. I think it's fun. And like I said, you can grab these. I grabbed these today at Walmart. It was a 10-pack, and they're like $11.97 for the 10-pack of the 8x10s. So it's a decent little size, you know, but very inexpensive. And good quality, you know, good quality. I think they're good quality. Oh, you asked me last week if I've stenciled on canvas. Okay, that's right. You did ask me that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this, this black background. Mine's a little chunky. My paint is kind of old. Okay, so let me grab my stencil here, wherever I did with it. So Nikki from Some Love Creations had posted a funny saying on her page yesterday, and we were laughing about it, and it cracked me up. And I said on there, I need to make a sign. I want to make me a sign that says that. So this is dedicated to her. She is the inspiration for this one. And actually, let me just make sure before I start stenciling, I'm going to grab one of these frames. Just make sure I got it positioned good where I want it. I feel like it's like crooked. I don't want it to be crooked. But my eye might be crooked, so who knows? All right. Take that back off of there. And I am going to try to tape this down a little bit. You love the plaster collar? And I just moved it a little bit, but it should be okay. Hey, Deborah. So if this pulls the paint back up a little bit, I don't know if it'll do that with the dark background, but I'll just touch it up if it does. I'm not that worried about it. We will just touch it up. Okay. So just a little bit of tape to hold it in place. And I think I'll just use this vintage lace from Afraid Not. Hey, Francis. Diana, did I have the flu? I don't think so. Mine was more like a, I don't even know, like a sinus, respiratory, head cold. I don't know. I had so much pressure in my, it was pretty bad, and coughing and stuff, but I did go to the doctor. They didn't say it was the flu or anything like that. I was not running a fever. So that was kind of weird. Usually when you get all that stuff, you get a fever with it. I did not. It was like just a lot of sinus pressure and stuff. Just enough to make you miserable. Yeah. Definitely made me miserable. Oh, okay, Renee, your Hilltop Creations. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'll probably pull it down here a little bit. So I'll say this because I said it last week just in case. Now, I know the comments, a lot of people like to read the comments, but if you don't like the comments, you can either swipe them out of the way, or you can hit the little arrow to the bottom of your screen and hide the comments, and that way you can see what I'm doing. But a lot of people, you know, like to read the comments anyways. I do when I'm on live or when I'm watching somebody else's live, I like to read the comments too because I like to participate in the comments. So it could be allergy, Sandy. It could be, I don't know, but it was pretty miserable this week. Oh, I'm so glad that I'm starting to feel better. Not 100% yet, but I'm getting there. So if you're new to me, I use just makeup wedges, paint, paper towel, and just dab it in your paper towel, dab it off. You want to offload. That's what it's called, offloading. You don't want any excess on your sponge, on your little makeup wedge. You could use a brush if you wanted to, but you still need to offload your excess paint because it can get underneath your stencil if you don't offload. So just offload and you will be fine. And that's what I'm doing. I just dip it in and offload it. Are these canvases on the wooden frames? Yes, the canvases are the ones that came off of the frames, right. I took the frames out of the canvas. And now we're stenciling right on the canvas. Seems like everyone is sick lately. It's definitely something going around, isn't it? And I did so good. I hadn't been sick for like an entire year. I had done so good. So, and then it just hit me out of nowhere. I was like, oh no. Do you wet your sponge and wring it before using? No, I sure don't. I think that would cause too much, like it would, in my opinion, I think that because I know what it feels like when you go to wash these out, I think that would cause bleeding because I think it would make your paint watery when you went to stencil. And you don't want it to be watery where it's going to run under your stencil at all. Now, my stencils are not adhesive or anything like that, but they're not going to go anywhere. You know, you just put a little bit of tape and they'll stay for you. And then you just do this. And of course, I hold down with my hand a little bit as I go too. But no spray adhesives or anything like that. None of that stuff is necessary. I need a little bit more paint. I said that on the last live. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I probably say a lot of things repeatedly. That's what I do. I repeat myself over and over. Oh, you're welcome. Nope, I've never done that. I've never got it wet before. And in fact, I don't even wash these because you can buy them in large packs and I'll trim them off. Excuse me. I trim them off until they get really small. Here's a smaller one. But I just cut the dried paint off the end and I use them for smaller projects. So I'm going to go over this at least twice. So all the stencils that I made today are all kind of funny. They're all kind of funny. So we're just making some cute, funny signs. Hey, Wanda, welcome. The day that you silently congratulated yourself for having stayed healthy. Oh, that's the day you got the flu, huh? I think my big mouth was, you know, I was talking too much about it. I was like, my immune system, I've been great. I'm so proud of myself. My supplements are working, all this stuff, and bam, then I get sick. It's like, great. Okay, so I've done like 2 coats, I think. I'll pull that off gently. Okay. And I just have to cross these bridges. So it says, today I will be a ray of freaking sunshine. It cracks me up when I read it, but it's cute and it's going to get framed. So it'll be even more cute. Okay, so I have to cross these bridges. So I need a little bit more paint here. Hey, Janet, you're new from Virginia. Welcome. I need to do something about my paint. It's really drying around the top of my little bottle here. I probably need to take it and clean it up. Hi, Lynn from Rhode Island. Welcome. You guys like it? I hope Nikki sees it. I'll have to tag her in it. She's the inspiration for this one. I was like, I love that, and I've got to make a sign that says that. Oh, I can't see. Can't see. I think we get a better, so I'm using these little eyeliner brushes, but I'm going to get a new one because I need a really fine tip for this. So I'm going to grab a new one out. So you can use them repeatedly, you know. Just want one that's, they're pretty hard when they first start out, so you got to get it wet. Okay. And then we will cross all these bridges. I need to back up from it because I'm blind. Cannot see what I'm doing. It's a super tiny paintbrush. These are great, okay? These are the just eyeliner brushes off Amazon. I do have them. I have a link on my about section of my page. I put, nope, that's not where it is. I'm sorry. Under the photo albums, I have an album of things I use. And I did put these in there with the link because I thought that that would be easy for people to find them. So that's where you can find the link to these. There's a photo album on my page. Hey, Corey with Creative Roots Art, welcome. Let me see here. I got to get these bridges crossed. I have to. I cross my bridges. They're optional though. I mean, if you don't want to cross your bridges, you don't have to. I recommend it. I like the look of it, but you don't. I mean, some people don't. Some people don't do it. Now your bridges are the little plastic pieces that hold in the centers of your letters. So I just like to fill those in. Sorry, I have to concentrate while I'm doing this. Yep, Dana's telling you guys about them. They're really inexpensive. It's like 100 brushes there for like $7. Really inexpensive. And they'll last you a long time too. If you're a sign maker. But you know what? Even if you're not a sign maker, I think they're pretty handy for little crafts, you know, little details and stuff. Because I paint those earrings and this is what I use. That's what I use to paint those earrings. I love these little brushes. They're just like, they're wonderful. Who would have ever thought too, you know? Little eyeliner brushes. You're getting better at crossing your bridges, Crystal? These actually make it really simple. You do need a little bit of a steady hand, but I mean, it's not hard. These little brushes though, they're a game changer. I know this is probably boring watching me paint bridges. You bought the brushes but haven't used them yet? Oh, you should try. You should use them. You will like them. This is such a cute sign though. I really like it. I wanted to make it first in case I ran out of time and I didn't want to make it last. Just painting the bridges. I'm really kind of painting these faster than I should probably. Now I haven't thought about what to seal this with yet. I'm not even sure that I will, because it's not like a sign you would put anywhere that would necessarily need something. I might think about that. I might have to go back with like some finishing wax, but I'm not even sure that I will, honestly. Okay, so I think I got all the bridges. So let me show you how much easier it is to read with all the bridges. Once you cross the bridges, you don't have them blank spaces and it's more pleasing on the eye. You know what I mean? Have you used them in the watercolor class? No, I certainly have not. That's one thing I have not done. They would probably work for like, you know, little trimming and stuff for sure. Okay, on to the next one. Let's do another one. I'll probably do that one on the back. Let's do this one. I like this one. Okay, just make sure to get this lined up good. These stencils are like, they're size 8x6 and the design fits in that size. So it's like the perfect size for like an 8x10. It fits really good on these. Inside the frames, that is. Okay. Now these are not on my website yet. These are all brand new. These 4 that I have here are brand new. I literally just made these this afternoon. So late afternoon, actually. Okay, so now I have to have some black paint for this one. I'm gonna put some black paint over here. Thank you, Jennifer. All right, so now I'm just going to do the same with the black. You don't press hard. Don't ever press hard because you don't need to. You do not need to press down hard. That could cause bleeding too because you don't want to squeeze any excess paint out of your sponge. As long as you are offloading and you're not like pressing down really hard, then you will not get the bleeding. You won't. Your signs will turn out beautiful. I hope everybody is doing good tonight. I'm so ready for spring. I'm over all this crazy weather and I'm just ready for spring. I have a little greenhouse in my kitchen and I've got pepper plants growing already. I've got some zinnias started. I've got lettuce. I've got lettuce going already. How do you go about ordering a customized stencil? Send me a message and we'll talk about it. You just have to private message me or email me and we'll go from there. But I do take custom requests sometimes. That's something I do as well. It snowed flurries here in Illinois today. There's no noise in Illinois. I have to tell myself that. There's no noise in Illinois. Or I will call it Illinois. It was so cold today. I mean, 30 degrees. Come on, with the warm weather. I need the warm weather. After my live, though, I'm going to take it easy. I'm just going to wrap up in a blanket in my living room and watch TV. So we started Outlander over again. We watched the whole thing, well, as many seasons as we could, and then we're starting it over again. And it's so much better the second. I don't know if you've ever watched Outlander. I mean, it's a great show. It's a really great show. But there's stuff in it, so. But we like to watch that in the evenings. Let's pull this off. I like to just chill out in the living room with the dogs. So cute. Okay. I love this. I love this. If you are a coffee person, isn't this so fun? This one's fun. I don't know what I would do without coffee. I'm guessing 25 to life. It makes me laugh. We're just being silly tonight. The books are amazing. I've never read the books. But the show, we love the show. They're going to be 75 one day this week and then 40 the next. Isn't that what I'm doing to my thumb? Oh boy, I need to dip it in my paint water, I think. That's how our weather is here. It'll be 80 degrees one day and snowing the next. Yes, this is funny. And yep, I really just painted my thumbnail good. That's okay, moving on. Get these bridges. At least I'll paint these and at least show you how to put one back together. Yep, these little brushes, they do the trick. We had 60 degrees and then thunderstorms from the south. I put that saying on a canvas shopping bag. It is funny. Yes, it is. I don't know why I'm just now making this one. I have so many like lined up that I plan on making and stuff. And when you're only one person though, running your home business, there's only so much you can get done and get to and everything. I mean, I have a whole basket of stencils over there that are just waiting to be made into signs. I like this typewriter font too. It's a little bit different font. It's bigger. It's like a bigger typewriter font, if that makes any sense. I don't think I've used this particular font on anything yet, so this is a new one. Oh, thank you, Deborah, for answering questions. I'll scroll back through later and see if I miss anybody's questions. I'll try to not miss anybody. Oh yeah, these little brushes though. Smooth sailing right through all these bridges. Make sure I got them all. Okay, I think so. I think I got them. If you guys notice that I miss any, let me know. Just easy, it makes your signs easier to read. It really does. But I know some people don't like to cross the bridges, and that's completely, I mean, it's optional. It's completely optional. Hey, Tim, how are you? You survived the storm. Oh, you're asking if I did. Yeah, we survived the storms, yes. You're kind of in that area too, aren't you? Aren't you like in Arkansas or something? Okay. Or in Branson, maybe. These signs would be fun to put in your entrance. Okay, on to my next one. Let's do this one. Let's do this one here. My husband is upstairs playing with the dog, and it sounds like a herd of elephants running back and forth. They're so loud. You're in Branson. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking either it was Branson or like North Arkansas or something. I knew you were in that area. Did you guys have like the storm come through down there? I thought Arkansas got hit pretty bad. And I know West Plains, Missouri it was pretty bad down there. So I saw online. All right. We had them bad Friday night. Midnight, the tornado sirens went off. Down to the basement we went. I know my daughter was in her bathtub. She doesn't have a basement, but my son lives right down the road from her, and he has a basement. And she could have went to his house, but she opted for her bathtub. Thankfully, nothing, it just passed over them, so we were very fortunate. Graham's Rustic Farmhouse. Hey, Sam, welcome in. We're just making reverse canvas signs tonight. Just doing a little stenciling. Just making silly signs tonight. A little bit more paint. I have some eggs on the incubator. I don't think I told you guys that. So around like probably around the 25th or 26th, my new babies should be hatching out. I'm excited. I candled them the other day and I could see all 12 of them. There was life in all 12 of them. So I'm just doing 12 on the incubator. Tornado hit one town south of you. I mean, that weather is just crazy. It just really was. I mean, all day long, the winds were just blowing sideways. It was so heavy. That's why when that fire broke out, that was just, I don't even know. It's like, we don't need a fire in this. There was definitely a burn ban. And so that was crazy. It's been a week. It just has been a week. Just one of those weeks. But this week is going to be better. This week's going to be better. I just know it. Except I have to get ready to do my taxes, which is never fun. Never fun. Please stop petting my peeves. I think it's cute. What do you guys think? Springfield North and East. Got it. We didn't get any of it. Well, that's good. You love using the incubator. I was surprised my husband was going to let me because I have a lot of chickens already. And, yeah. He was okay with it, though. But we're kind of testing it. Last time that I did the incubator, I got about 50% of them were roosters. And I don't want to hatch out a bunch of roosters, you know. So I heard that, I'm kind of testing this, but I heard that if you incubate the round eggs, that they're more likely to be hens. So we'll just see, because I went through my eggs and I picked out only really round eggs. I didn't incubate any pointy eggs because some eggs are pointy, you know. So they were easy to pick out, and we're going to see if it works. I'll let you know later on when I know. But Kansas near Oklahoma border, 55 car pileup. That's horrible. I saw a lot of, like, even on the way to Rolla, there was a tractor trailer that was blown off the road and over on its side. I'm telling you, we had really high side winds. Well, you probably know, you're just north of me. But we had, the winds were so heavy. I don't even know. It's crazy. Just crazy. These bridges. Oh, I'm glad that you love them. Sometimes you just got to be silly. I'll try on Tuesday to make a serious one for Tuesday. Maybe. Maybe. I just have to think. I have to think. But, like I was saying at the beginning of this live, if you're somebody who does like craft shows and you don't have a way to like make frames for your signs, this is just an idea, and it's very inexpensive to make them like this, because you can get the whole 10-pack of the canvases for less than $12 at Walmart, and they have those good quality frames inside of them, so you can make little frames on your signs. Paint right on the canvas, and then you just, I'll show you what we do. I got one more to do after this one, and then I'll show you. Okay. I think I got my bridges on that. So see how it's just easier on the eyes? It's just easier on the eyes. You can just read it a lot better when you cross your bridges. Oh, dear friend, I don't want to mess up your name. Is it, you're going to have to tell me how to say your name. I'm so sorry. But I'm making signs, reverse canvas signs. Is it Nisa or is it, I don't want to mess it up. I don't. But we're making canvas signs tonight, and we're going to frame them in a few minutes with the actual frames from the inside of the canvas. These are called reverse canvas signs. They're really easy to make. Let me line this one up in here. So I've painted on, I took the frame outside of the canvas, or took it out of the inside of the canvas. So I disassembled the canvas, took the frame out, stained the frame, and now I'm stenciling onto the canvas. It's more finished looking. I think so too. Okay. Need the white paint again. Nisa, did I say that right then? My best friend in high school, her name was Natisse. Gosh, I miss her. Kind of reminds me of her name. Okay, I'm just going to clip off the end of my makeup wedge, and you got a fresh little start there. Okay, last one, and then we will frame these things. Just offload. Make sure you offload so your paint does not seep under, because let me tell you, if you have too much paint, it will go right under your stencil every time. But if you offload, you will not get those bleeds. It doesn't matter what kind of stencil brush you're using or what kind of stencil you're using. If you have too much paint, it will go underneath every single time. What kind of paint are you using for the canvas? I'm just using chalk paint right now. You could use, well, this background is acrylic though, so I just kind of use whatever. You don't have to use anything special. Chalk paint or acrylic paint, either one will work. I even use some latex paint sometimes on signs, but these tonight are acrylics and chalk paint. So you make stencils and saw. Oops. Yeah, I do actually. My business is Farmhouse Stencil Shop. I've been making my own stencils for over 10 years now. Yeah, since I started making my own stencils in 2014, turned it into a pretty much a full-time business in 2017. So, yep, that's what I do. I have on my website I have over 1,400 designs. And it's just farmhousestencilshop.com, or farmhousestencils.com will get you there too. That's my domain too. But I'm not affiliated with anybody at all. I'm just my own little business. I've just been doing this for several years. I started out making signs when my husband was deployed. He was in the Army for 23 years and he was deployed, and it just gave me something to do. This was way back in like 2009, and I started making signs, and I'd actually saw online somebody had a bunch of like fence boards they were getting rid of, and so I got all these fence boards and started making signs with them, and I loved it, and then people wanted to buy them from me, so then I started making signs to sell, and then it just evolved into making my own stencils for signs, and then getting requests for stencils, and then starting selling. Yeah, so it's a whole, yeah, years of just crafting and making signs and then making stencils. And so, yep, it's just me and my little business over here. Hey, Dallas, what's the best way to clean your stencils? I like to use the Awesome Cleaner from Dollar Tree. That's my favorite thing to use, because you can just put them in like a little tote and just dilute some of the Awesome Cleaner, and it'll practically like cause the paint to rinse right off. They're really easy to clean. You can use like a soft toothbrush on them too if you have a little bit of stubborn paint, but I just, if I have like where the paint is stuck on a little bit and I need to use a soft toothbrush, I'll just lay them flat in my sink and just, you know, just use a little soft toothbrush on them and clean them up, and then just rinse them off. And then you can just kind of, well, you could probably lay them flat to dry or kind of stand them up somehow. I try to stand them up a little bit. Let's see if I got this good enough or if I need another coat. I think it's okay. Probably need another coat, but it'll be all right for the sake of time. What do you guys think about this one? Funny? I know we've all seen this saying. I love it. That's a horrible idea. What time? So let me get these bridges, and then we'll put these together. So when you're painting the bridges with like with white paint, it is a little bit more difficult, but just kind of try to blend it the best that you can. That's the only thing I can think of to say. Just kind of do the best you can and blend it, kind of like dabbing it on helps a little bit too. I am ready to rest. Ready to rest. Oh, you're funny, Katie. I got to add these on the website. These are not on there yet. I just made these this afternoon. So, but they will be. I'll get them on there. I'll be working tomorrow. So I'll post on my page once I add these. Do you mean, well, are you wondering why they have to have bridges in them to begin with? Is that what you're asking? The bridges are the little places that hold the centers of the letters in, if anybody is wondering. And if a stencil doesn't have them, they would fall out. The middle of your letters would fall out. So it's optional. You don't have to paint these. I like to paint them though. I feel like it's like gives it a finished look and helps you to be able to read it easier. Like it looks easier on your eye instead of having all these little gaps in the letters. I just fill those in. Is it tough picking the right font? Yes, yes, it can be. Oh my goodness. And I have thousands of fonts too. So I'll put it in the program and have to preview and just go through and try to find something that, but yes, I mean, it can take me a while to pick out one that I like. Yes, the awesome cleaner from the Dollar Tree. That's right. Like other stencils I buy, we chalk it and then you are done. Oh, okay. You're talking about like the screen print, or I think that's what you're talking about. I've never used those. I'm not even sure how they really work, but I mean, I think that's pretty amazing. You know, I don't know how they work, but these are just old-fashioned stencils. They're just the plastic stencils, and they do have bridges. So they're not like silk screen, if that's what you're talking about, like the silk screen. There's my friend Nikki with Some Love Creations. Am I making you a gift? Oh, I've got to show you. Look, Nikki. Just for you. You're my inspiration. You're my inspiration for that one. Okay. Think I got him. Think I got all the bridges. I gotta see if they're gonna blend better. There's a few that are kind of sticking out like a sore thumb. All right, good enough. There we go. So here's a plastic. I'm used to mesh. I have no idea. I've never used their stencils either, or I've never ordered off Temu either, but these are plastic. Yes, they are Mylar stencils. Okay, so we'll go back to this first one here. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this down. Now, let's see. Let me use this one. I'm going to take a pencil here. This is so simple how you put these back together. I just want to make sure I got it lined up good. I'm going to draw around the outside. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this out, but I'm going to cut on the inside of my mark because I don't want this to be hanging over the outside of my canvas when I put it back together. So I'm going to cut on the inside. Like this. Hey, Tana Joe. How are you? This would be a lot faster in my craft cutter thing where I can just, the guillotine cutter thing, that would work a lot faster. But just make sure that you cut on the inside. So it's not hanging off your frame. You're funny. Okay, so then you can just flip it over and you just attach it to the back. Make sure that I told you, Nikki, that I wanted to make one, that I wanted to make that. It was funny, and I was like, that's perfect. I'm going to trim this side down just a little bit. It's kind of over the edge of my frame a little bit there. We don't want that. All right. You got your stapler. And you just reattach. You want to make sure that it's pulled pretty tight. Trim it down here a little bit too. I got a pile of canvases, yard sale last summer. Now you know what you can do with them. That's right. Yeah, these frames, I mean, it's amazing. It is. They really look nice. Now, like I said, the Dollar Tree ones, you can't do it with Dollar Tree frames. Because the canvases from Dollar Tree are not, they don't have these pretty frames inside. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it at 4, and then I'm going to move on so you can see the other ones, and then I'll come back and finish them off camera. But see how that makes a nice little sign? And it's got that little frame right inside your canvas. So we went from just a blank canvas and made the reverse canvas sign. So it's just, see, the frame is inside. They're always inside there. Just take your canvas apart and you'll end up with this. I mean, it's a little beveled frame. It's cute. Works out perfect. Okay, let's do another one. Let's go ahead and put this one on. I hope you guys try it. And like I said, you don't even have to use these stencils. You could use whatever. But it's a way to make some simple little signs that are framed. Like, I have my husband make me frames a lot for things too. But if you don't have like the tools to make them, you can just, I mean, this is one way to get little frames. And you wouldn't even have to use the canvas. If you didn't want to do like a canvas sign, you could always use wood. But I say, hey, you know, why not just use the canvas? Because it's there already. You already have the surface there, you know. Cool, Diana, you love it. These stencils are, all 4 of these are the 8x6 size. They fit perfectly in 8x10s. Yeah, I am going to use that there. I have a little flaw in this frame, but it's nothing big. Most of them don't have a flaw, but that one had a little flaw in it. Just going to stretch it to the corners. Super easy. Yes, these canvases came in a 10 pack at Walmart. They were $11.97 for 10 canvases, 8x10s. So, I mean, it's really not a bad price. Really inexpensive. They have different sizes, but this one, I don't know how many was in the other packs. This one was a 10 pack though. So, and I've done these before. I have a couple hanging on my wall back here actually. I really like these. Let's move on to the next one. Super easy though, super easy. Anybody could do this. Anyone. What will you use as a hanger? You can just use a regular, like the comb, what are they called? The sawtooth hanger. Sorry, I couldn't think of what it's called. You can just use one of those like a normal picture hanger and hang it on the back. I feel like today is Sassy Sunday and these signs are perfect. That's great. These are perfect for a Sassy Sunday, and I didn't cross a bridge on this one. I just saw it. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Did you guys notice that? Anybody? I totally missed that bridge. The bridge on the E there. Okay. Yeah, a sawtooth. Is that what I said? I don't know what I said. That one looks, hang on, I gotta get it straightened up in there a little bit. That can't be crooked. Crooked. Like I said though, sometimes my eye is crooked, so I'll try to keep it in there straight. I don't know. My eye might be crooked on this one for sure. I don't think I could get this one straight if I tried. I'll just trim that off a little bit more. How much did they sell for? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. You would have to kind of probably look at your cost of what you have in it and then just kind of what things go for in your area. But you could probably sell these for very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. I mean, yeah, it takes a little time to put it together, but you could knock these out quick if you were making a whole bunch at one time. Because, you know, on the live video, I'm like talking and messing around and everything. But if you were just doing some serious crafting, you could knock these out quick. But I still have to trim it down. But yeah, you just put a regular hanger on the back. That's all it needs. And like I said, I'm going to go back around and put a few more off camera just to tighten it down. I'll put some more staples along the edge. think that's cute. Just a cute idea, you know. Hey, Lace and Rustic Charm, welcome. Welcome in. You're new? Amanda, well, welcome, my friend. We're just making reverse canvas signs tonight, and I'm almost finished. I love this one. I don't know if Nikki, are you still on here, Nikki? Did you see this one? This one's great. All right, last one. Last one, and we will be done. Thank you guys for spending your Sunday evening with me. I really appreciate you. If you're still here, here, let me turn this off and I'll show you what it says. So funny. I don't know if you saw this one. I don't know if you were on when I painted it. So funny. It's just so cute. It's so cute. Hey, Jill. I did not wax the frames. I only stained them. I only stained them. You don't need to wax and stain. I would stain these though because they're raw wood, and I don't think the wax will. I don't think the wax will be sufficient. And I'm hanging off the side of this one too a little bit. That's why you got to leave that mark and cut on the inside of it so you can make sure it's not hanging over your canvas. So you don't want to be able to see it. That's for sure. Oh, thank you, Tina. You're so sweet. I always look forward to Sunday evenings and talking to you guys so much. I appreciate you. And I'm getting really close to a big milestone on my page, which is really overwhelming because when I started doing lives back in, I think it was December of 2022. Like, I've told this story before, but I only had like 6,000 followers at the time. And it had grown to that, just people that were just following for, you know, my website and were just watching when I would post new stencils, things like that. And I was like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just decided I've got all these followers and I don't ever engage with them. I never talk to anybody. And I decided to do that first live, and I was a mess. And I'm still a mess. I'm still a mess. But in just a couple short years, I'm just overwhelmed with the support, and I'm just almost to a huge milestone. I'll just say that. And I can't even believe it. I just can't even believe it. Everyone is so fabulous. And we have such a great crafting community. We really do, you know, and we all support each other and come on each other's lives. And I haven't been very active this week because I've been sick, but I mean, normally I am on people's lives, and I love to talk to others in the comments and things like that. And we just have a great community. Okay, here it is. I'm going to put some more staples in these, of course, but these are our signs for this evening. And I like how all of them turned out. But see, they make cute little, I mean, these would be very inexpensive to sell at a, you know, a little craft fair if you needed extra sign ideas. These would be perfect for that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Nikki and Leah and all you sweet friends. I can't hold them all up. I'm trying to hold them all up so you guys can see them all. We have wonderful crafters. I tell you what, everybody is just so, and like, I've not met anybody. No, I take that back. I met Lois and Lois from Wild Child Mercantile and Stephanie from Honey and Bear Creates. I met them down in Canton. But everybody else I've never even met in person, and everyone is just so wonderful. So sweet, right? I love these. But yeah, that's it. That's all that I got for you guys this evening. Oh, let me show you something. Where is it? Oh, never mind. I don't know where it's at. Never mind. Never mind. I was going to show you something, but I don't know what I did with it. I was going to show you this little metal bunny that I made. But, oh, I have a video I'm going to post tomorrow, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's just a cute video. But I've got to do the voiceover for it. It takes a lot. It seriously takes so much to make videos and content and stuff. So we really appreciate you guys that support us, and like even just commenting and, you know, giving us hearts and thumbs up and all that. Oh, speaking of which, let me do that little yay. There it goes. I love that. That's so cool. Do it again. Will it let me do it again? Yep, there it goes. So it's just, it means so much when you just even make a comment or share something or just engage. And if you're not seeing your crafters, if you're not seeing the people on your timeline, you probably need to go to their page and comment on something, because then Facebook knows if you want to engage with them, and if you start like engaging, then you'll see their stuff more. So that's the key. You have to definitely go and, you know, engage with your favorite crafters and all that. And so I'm not going to keep doing this on camera because I don't think you guys want to see me do this. But it's simple as that. You just attach it down really good, just like that. Just go around. It's easy, super easy, and it's nice and tight. And then you can just put a hanger on the back. And yeah, here's a couple on the wall back here that I have. These are also these are the reverse canvas signs that I did before. I don't know if you can see these, but these are ones that I had done probably like 2 years ago. I think it's been at least that long since I did these. But these are the same size too. They're kind of snarky as well if you're into the little snarky stuff. Let me hang those back up there. I don't think I have anything else back here to show you right now. But all right, guys. Let's see. Are you on every Sunday night? Yes. Yes, actually, I try to come on every Sunday evening at 6:30 Central. That's my normal time. And then on Tuesday mornings, really early, I've been trying to do like up close stenciling on Tuesday mornings. What type of stapler? This is an Arrow stapler. You can just pick it up at, it probably came from Lowe's. This one I've had for a while. It probably came from Lowe's. But it's Arrow brand, and it works pretty good. The staples are pretty heavy duty. You can go tear some canvases apart, Katie. For sure you can. That's right.